Dan, how are you feeling as a born and bred New Yorker? New York is officially dead. Lena Dunham has proclaimed it.
Yes,
through
Lena
New Yorker
Dunham
piece.
to city, drop dead. Yeah, her piece is how she broke up with New York.
Yeah, today the New Yorker dropped an atomic bomb on Twitter because Lena Dunham wrote a piece, Why I Broke Up with New York.
Kind of a lot of chutzpah from Miss Dunham.
What is chutzpah?
Chutzpah, like a nerve, you know.
What?
Chutzpah is like Yiddish for nerve.
Oh, okay.
You ever heard of chutzpah?
I haven't been in New York long enough.
Right.
I still have some stripes to earn.
You know, we got to brush you up. You know what a knish is?
I know kvetching.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
That's kind of what you're doing right now.
I'm kvetching.
Chutzpah is nerve, you know, as someone who her whole career is riding off of the back
of
New York City. It was another character in the show Girls. And then she brought in a flood of fucking Shoshanas moving to New York that she inspired. And now she's like, you know what? I'm moving to the English countryside.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, that is partially why I moved to New York. I saw Girls in college, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to move to New York. That's what I did.
Have sex with Adam Driver.
There were moments where I lived in Brooklyn in the early aughts of New York, and whenever I would have sex with someone who lived in the West Village, if they came to where I lived in Brooklyn,
yeah,
I would always
think...
think...
you had sex. Nice, bro.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Hell yeah.
I'd always think to myself, I'm like, I'm being a total Adam... I'm her Adam Driver in this moment. Yeah. Sure, her impact is influential.
Her impact is very influential.
Yeah.
She should make I want to see Lena Dunham's version of Woody Allen's Manhattan. Where she's just, where it's just like a Rhapsody in Blue plays and it's just like, he hated New York. He despised it all out of proportion. She just make a hater Manhattan. I'm kind of bored by this, by the way.
We did the homework. We read the piece and basically she said that New York was never really for her because
they're like gross homeless people, kind of.
Yeah, and she has a lot of anxiety and it's just not healthy for her mental health. But her parents were very much in love with New York. Mm-hmm. And her mom was, I like this term, her mom is described as a from person, where she likes getting all of the items from the best store that offers that said item. Do you know what I mean? It's
that's why you live in, that's the point of New York. Is that you can get the best thing of all the things
from the thing.
You put up with people masturbating on you. That's the deal. That's the deal of New York. So if you're not into that, if you're not into that there's the best IMAX is here or the best concerts are here or whatever, the best queer clubs. If that's not your thing and you don't give a fuck and you're okay with endless mediocrity, then go to the English countryside.
I feel like that's just cope though. A lot of New Yorkers they delude themselves into thinking that's what it's all about, of getting the best from said place. When in reality, I think the people with tax havens in the Cayman Islands or in Florida are laughing at all of us because we're so broke.
We're broke, but then all the restaurants close at 6:30 and
but the number of times it's the bread is so good. Oh, you have you been that big? You gotta get it.
You gotta wait 7 hours.
You gotta get it from this place. I'm like, dude, stop. I just want to go
Every
to
day
Costco.
There's a new line. I was walking on Grand Street today and I saw just a crazy line. That is what the city is really good at producing, is lines.
Yeah, but Lena Dunham said that she sort of felt like she was forced to become the flag bearer of New York with the success of her show Girls, and now that some time has passed, she's done lying to herself.
She's rejecting.
Yeah, she's in her London era now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and I think that's very normal. You have to kill the father and your mother. And she's doing it figuratively, killing her parents and moving on to.
But I agree with you. So you think it's a bunch of bullshit that she's announcing the death of New York after she's contributed to its death,
its demise? Yeah, I think there's a little bit of irony there. You can't fucking shit in a room and be like, why does it smell awful in here? So weird. Lena Dunham, we'll have you back whenever, okay? You did great things for this city and this country. I salute you.
I just want her to be happy and live a quiet life. I feel like Lena Dunham is the Uno reverse card of the online media class where anything she writes. So the New Yorker, I want to be there in the writer's room today, or like the editorial room, when they're sitting on this piece and they're like, we're fucking dropping this at 4 p.m. on a Monday.
Back to back.
Twitter
Right after
is
Gia
going to go on fucking fire.
Yeah. Right after Gian Tolentino writes about how she has like crazy brain rot. Shits on ChatGPT even though she admits she never used it.
And then in between that is a Kyle Chayka piece about how the algorithms are fucking ruining everything.
Yeah. Who would have thought? Who? No one's talking about how the algorithms are bad. We need the New Yorkers.
Yeah,
tech,
we need more.
tech team.
We need more J. Caspian Kang shitting on Asian comedians.
Yes, that is what we want.
And how they're using it to saddle up to the liberal white elites. Yeah, those are the good old days.
Okay, that was Middlebrow.